Hello everybody. Now, I am still a little bit ill. Do apologise, so if my voice is a little bit funny in this video, that'll be why. I do feel a bit better, however, so I'm filming this on Monday, and this is the secret project. Now, you might have seen a picture on my Instagram not too long ago. It was just before the new year of me making this here. This is a 2025 bingo card. Let's just ignore some of the things on there. But what I'm doing this year, and I thought I'd bring you along, and if you enjoy this, I'm more than happy to show you and whatnot, is I'm basically going to be doing a 2025 scrapbook. I've got all different bits. I've got these lovely washi tapes. These are just from everywhere. And then these little books that I've got, these are from the range. So this is a bigger one here. And then I just keep some of my craft supplies and like stickers in them and whatnot. And so I've just put them at the side. So basically it's like a cash stuffing, but I'm just decorating. And I know a lot of people quite enjoy arts and crafts. So I thought I'd bring these along. If people enjoy it, I'll do it. If not, we'll just see. But I thought it'd be really nice. It'd also be really nice, if people potentially want to do the same. I'm starting this from January and then I'll finish it in December. So it's going to be a proper full year. But I think this would be really good to start off. So let's get into it. Okay, so my first page that I've started off with for my month it's actually a book. Now I started this I started on the 1st of January, I think, and basically one of my goals for this year is to read 2 full books because I am someone who doesn't read a lot, but I enjoy reading, but I just don't find the time. So I've been reading this so far, and I'm doing quite well with it. I'm like halfway through it, and it is actually really enjoyable. And so as you can see, I'm on a page 120 and there's like 270 pages or something there. And so what I've done is I've printed off this. Now, I seen someone who do like this, something similar to this for like their books, and they had this like little mini printer, and I thought, what a great idea, I'll buy one. Then had a look at the price of them, they were like £400. I thought maybe not. So what I have used, and this is not like a brand or anything that, like I'm not doing like paid or anything, but honestly, free prints. You get 10 free prints if you get the app for free, no delivery. And then after that, it's £1.99. You can get up to 45 prints for free each month. So I'm going to be using them because I originally used Boots, but like I get like 7 pictures. It was so expensive. And I was like, I was going to pay it anyways, but like, and I did buy it. But then like went on to free prints. I just seen the adverts for it years ago and went, what a great idea. So, and I tried it and genuinely can't complain about it. I ordered them last Thursday, I think it was, and today's Monday, and for me at least, and that's when they came, so I can't really complain about that. It just took them obviously the couple of days. They posted them, I think I got the notification on Friday or Saturday for them. So I really can't complain about that. And I just thought if like I had a picture of the book, like I'll probably remember it a bit better. And then my plan is with this is once I've finished it, basically, because like this is a sort of book that you need to highlight as you go along. It's actually encouraged in the book to highlight it and, highlight what's important for you. So what I'm going to do once this is finished is I am going to kind of write down some of the key quotes within it that I quite like. And then I'm also going to give it a little rating and a little review. And that's basically what I'm going to do there. But that's just that first bit there. And what I did for this as well, because you basically the pictures, let me see if I can zoom out. I can't, but it's fine. So basically what you have to do is with the pictures, as you can tell, these are obviously really small, and you basically get them all 6x4 for free. And then if you want them like 7x5, it's like 7p. That's literally it. But like, for example, what I have done is I just use like a collage. So I basically just make a collage of stuff. And then if I want them smaller, I do them smaller, and it works a treat. One thing I'm going to put on the front cover just over here so people can see it is I'm going to put on a picture of where we're starting the year off. So basically we're going to do a front cover here, which is going to be like transitioning from 2024. So a little vision board. I'm going to print this off, which is basically how many subscribers we'll start the year off at. We're recently declining a bit, but to be fair with you, I've been that tired that like I haven't actually looked at any of the figures or anything and haven't really uploaded much. And I do apologise about that. But as I said, I did also use Boots. So what I've also done is I printed off a picture of myself, which is absolutely terrifying. We don't talk about that. It's absolutely terrifying though. And I thought it'd be really nice though just to have a picture of myself at the beginning. Yeah, okay, it's in the bottom. It's on the bottom. I know I'm hiding it from you, and they're going to see it. So I don't know why I'm hiding it. I could do that. That's much better. Just gonna pretend it doesn't exist. So I'm gonna quickly cut these pictures out, stick them down, and then I'll come back to you once I'm done. Okay, so I have stuck the picture down of myself. How scary. And I'm just gonna do like a quick, just like very quickly, like a quick 2024 sort of rewind page. So that's what I'm just gonna start the front cover off as. There's gonna be like a 2024 rewind. And then, so I feel like it'd be quite nice to kind of be able to see when I come back to this, obviously every month, but even more importantly, sort of like every, what's my word? I'm trying to think. Every sort of like when I get to the end of the year, sorry, I think it'd just be really nice to look back on and be like, oh, that's how far we've grown this year, or hopefully at least, because as I've said this like quite a few times, like the past few years haven't been the best, and I feel like the reason I'm doing this is like I can actually look back at it and be like, you know, it has been a good thing, because I feel like a lot of the time when you get into a bad mood, you kind of just think about everything that goes badly, but you never really look at the good things. And then I'm just going to put like an arrow here. Now, I am in no way an artist. Okay, so to any artists or anything out there, I do apologize about my awful work, but I can't help that. Because I know some music actually do professional art, and I am just not that. I did want to be an artist when I was a kid, so you know that's a fun fact. And I'm just gonna put rewind, and then I'm just gonna put a couple more pictures. I'm gonna put this here, which is gonna be kind of like where I want to be by the end of the year. I don't know. I might put this picture on the front as like where we start, like where we finished the year at, and then I can do maybe like a comparative here. Maybe something like that might be quite nice actually. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let me quickly do that, and then I'll show you the final result on this front page. Okay, so I have finished it. I love how I'm covering this up with my hand. Let's just skip through there. Lovely. So now it is time to prepare our January page. So I have got some stickers which are in here. So let me grab them. I don't know if I use them every single month. However, we have got a bit of a theme that we're going to be doing. So I kind of know roughly what I'm going to need. And obviously this is just going to be the first bit of January. So then I'm going to do these, I think, every month. So then next month, for example, you'll see the end of January and then the beginning of February up to around about Valentine's-ish. Just depends on when about I get the pictures done. Because obviously I'll basically do it once I have close enough to 45 pretty much as possible. So let's just put January. Should we do it at the top? I think that'll look quite... Actually, should we do pictures first and then put January on? That might look even nicer. I think that's a great idea. So let me see what pictures I want to put on the beginning page for January. Okay, so I think I've picked a couple of pictures here. Now, these are one of the ones that I got from my collage. So this is when I went to a cafe with one of my friends, Georgia, who does watch these videos. So hello, Georgia. This is a picture I took of a sign in the botanical gardens that I love. Oh, there's me. Let's get rid of that one. This is a picture I took of me just standing in the middle. I just really like that picture. And then that's a picture of the view next to the waterfall. And I just like, not the waterfall, the water like fountain that they have, and I just love it. I've also got bigger versions of it as well, so to play around with as well. I've got a picture of when I came back to uni, and then I've also got like one little one on there that I might print off, cut off as well. A little trip that I'm planning, and that was like the little vision board I did for it, so I just thought I want that in there. I think it'd be really nice. That was the drink I got. I've got a small picture of that as well, I think in a pile over here, so I'll put that, there it is. I'll probably put the little picture in. I printed off the big picture for some reason. I don't really know why I printed off that big. And then I've got like these like little signs that I'm also going to put on as well. I think will look really, really cute. So actually, let me cut a bit more out and then we'll get started straight away. Now you might be watching this thinking, well, you haven't really showed us much about me crafting it. And that's because a lot of my inspo comes when I just sit in silence and try and put things together. And so I randomly put these 4 different colour bits of card down. And I've kind of made like a bit of a collage for the month, like like an overview. So cafe, returning back to uni, going to the gardens, and then I'm going to leave this one blank just because here, oh, I've just realized you can't see that, because I know I'm going to put there, but I haven't got the pictures with us because they weren't tucked up after I printed them off. So I'm going to basically stick all these down. I'm going to put it into a time lapse so you can watch, and then we'll put the stickers on, and then we'll do a nice big page, and hopefully it'll look really, really nice together. So let's get started. Okay, so this is kind of what I did. Now, I actually put a bit of this on, and I was going to do something like that, but I actually put it on and I actually didn't like it as much. So I'm just going to leave it off, and I think it actually looks much nicer having it off. I'm just seeing if I want to put any more of these on. I think for now I might leave it. But then obviously once I've kind of finished January and then I get these final pictures, so there's going to be a night out here, and then I might also get like the little signs because I quite like this effect actually having the signs in it which says kind of what it is, so cafe, gardens. I quite like that, so I think I might continue doing that actually. I might literally just get like some things which just have the words printed off on. But anyways, what we're going to do next is we're going to move obviously into January itself, and we're going to kind of do some big themes for it. So I'm going to basically do so obviously you can tell coming back to Durham, we've got a massive amount for botanical gardens, a little bit for cafe, so I think that'll look really, really, really nice, and I think it's going to look stunning. So let's get started with that. I'm going to play around with it, and then I might put it again into a time lapse. We'll just see what happens. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing is I've got my 2 bits of a ticket bit of information printed off, and then I've also got this, so I'm going to do that. I'm just covering that up just for now. So I'm probably going to skip this one for the time frame sort of thing, but I've also got these really cute stickers for travel, so I'm going to pop one of them on, I think, as well, and I think that'll look really cute with this, and that's what I want to do. So let me do that, and then I will show you kind of what that looks like as well. Okay, so this is my travel page. So I've got my sticker, I've got my 2 bits of like booking confirmation, my little board. I've put like a couple of bits down here and some like bits of washi tape on the top and bottom. And I absolutely love how this has just turned out. So next up, my favourite one is going to be the botanical gardens, and I've got a really cool design for this one. So I'm going to see how well I can lay it out, because this is like a risky one because I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but we can see how it goes. So let me try and prepare it, and then I will put it into a time lapse. Okay, so this is what we're going to go for. I've put the big picture that I love in the middle, and then I'm thinking of doing like a little sort of line like that. So I'm going to have the title up there, and then I'm going to put the line through the trees. I'm going to have like all these small pictures of the botanical gardens. So let me just get them. So for example, I'm just going to dot them along the line, and hopefully it works. This is a high risk one for me because when I've done stuff like this before, it never works amazingly, or it either works really, really well or it doesn't work at all. So let's just see how this is going to go, and probably watch me get frustrated quite a few times. Okay, so I have never had it work out so perfectly. So I am in awe of how beautiful this one is. I might potentially move like this one slightly further up, just so like it just blocks. Actually, that's a good idea. Let me just quickly do that. Honestly, can never be happy, can I? But what I'm thinking, just to kind of like ignore the tape up here, because I could have put washi tape on, but I don't know how well the washi tape will stick. And like at this point, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have moved it. Actually, I should have just left it, but it's fine. Yeah, good enough. For now, it'll probably end up being moved and shifted and whatnot, won't it? Anyway, so But yeah, so that's kind of what I've done for this page, and I love it. It's what I wanted. It wanted to be quite a magical, mysterious sort of vibe, and it's just hit that perfectly. So far we have done our our 2024 rewind. We have done our January sort of overview. We have then done our trip that we've booked and the botanical gardens. I'm going to do one more thing, and then two more things actually, and then that'll be us done for the day. Okay, so one of the things I've been doing, and you might see my Instagram post about this very randomly, is beginning to do some like arts colouring in, and this is the result of one of my pictures. Now I've actually cut up the picture that it was, and I've made it into like a little collage. And so I'm going to basically do that, and then in the bottom I'm just going to do the little cafe segment as well on 2 pages, because I want to actually show off the art quite well, and I think this just shows off really well. And then there's a little mistake on this one where I actually didn't see the lines because I got distracted, and so I'm just going to pop that one like that, and you would never know it was there. And I think that's just going to look really, really, really lovely. So I'm going to quickly do that, and then that'll be the end of this week's or this month's scrapbook for now. Okay, so that's the end of today's scrapbook mystery project, whatever you want to call it, video. I thoroughly enjoyed making this actually. It was really, really, really enjoyable, and I really hope you all enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope you are looking forward to seeing this as a regular monthly video. So that is the end of today's video, as I've said, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'd love to know if you're going to join me in making a scrapbook, and maybe seeing some of your memories as well. That'd be amazing to see. But anyways, have a lovely day. Know you matter. Take care. Bye.